Lesson 27.
Repeat.
Item of clothing. Dress. Skirt.
Explanation.
The word clothing is a general word for clothes. We call each item an item of clothing.
Questions.
What do we call this item of clothing? What do we call this item of clothing? We call this item of clothing a dress. What do we call this item of clothing? What do we call this item of clothing? We call this item of clothing a skirt. Are pants items of clothing too? Are pants items of clothing too? Yes, pants are items of clothing too.
Repeat.
Wind. Move. Moving. Strong. Weak.
Explanation.
Wind is the air moving. Sometimes the wind is weak. In other words, there is little wind. Sometimes the wind is strong. In other words, there is much wind.
Questions.
What is wind? What is wind? Wind is the air moving. Do we need to move our mouths in order to speak? Do we need to move our mouths in order to speak? Yes, we need to move our mouths in order to speak. Is the wind strong in this picture? Is the wind strong in this picture? Yes, the wind is strong in this picture. Is the wind strong in this picture? Is the wind strong in this picture? No, the wind isn't strong in this picture. It's weak in this picture.
Repeat.
Coat. Hat. Gloves.
Questions.
Do people in Brazil wear coats in the summer? Do people in Brazil wear coats in the summer? No, people in Brazil don't wear coats in the summer. Do both women and men wear hats? Do both women and men wear hats? Yes, both women and men wear hats. On which part of the body do we wear gloves? On which part of the body do we wear gloves? We wear gloves on our hands. Do we usually wear gloves when it's hot? Do we usually wear gloves when it's hot? No, we don't usually wear gloves when it's hot.
Repeat.
Snow. Umbrella.
Questions.
Does it snow in the north of Brazil? Does it snow in the north of Brazil? No, it doesn't snow in the north of Brazil. When it snows, what do we need to wear? When it snows, what do we need to wear? When it snows, we need to wear a coat, a hat, and gloves. When it rains, is it good to wear a hat? When it rains, is it good to wear a hat? Yes, when it rains, it's good to wear a hat. When it rains, is it even better to have an umbrella? When it rains, is it even better to have an umbrella? Yes, when it rains, it's even better to have an umbrella.
Repeat.
Protect from. Why? Because.
Explanation.
An umbrella protects us from the rain. A coat protects us from the cold and snow, and gloves can protect our hands too. We usually use the word why in questions and the word because in answers. For example, why are we here? We're here because we want to study English.
Questions.
Why do people use umbrellas? Why do people use umbrellas? People use umbrellas because it protects them from the rain. Can gloves protect us from the cold? Can gloves protect us from the cold? Yes, gloves can protect us from the cold. Why do people wear coats? Why do people wear coats? People wear coats because they protect them from the cold and snow, etc.
Repeat.
Weight. Weigh. Feather. Elephant. Heavy. Light.
Explanation.
A feather is light in weight. It weighs very little. An elephant is heavy in weight. It weighs a lot.
Questions.
Is a feather light in weight? Is a feather light in weight? Yes, a feather is light in weight. Is an elephant light in weight? Is an elephant light in weight? No, an elephant isn't light in weight. It's heavy in weight. Does a car weigh very much? Does a car weigh very much? Yes, a car weighs very much. So that means it's heavy, right? So that means it's heavy, right? Yes, that means it's heavy.